Subscribe to this channel.
Hi, my name is Chomba Mkasanga from Lusaka, Zambia, and you're listening to the Underestimated Voices podcast.
Welcome to the Underestimated Voices podcast, where we amplify the unheard and empower the underestimated. Join us as we unveil inspiring stories, shed light on critical issues, and give these voices the platform they truly deserve. It's time to let their brilliance shine.
Welcome to the Underestimated Voices podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and to listen to another transformative episode. I am your host, Wetson, and in today's episode, we are going to talk about how did we become strangers? You know, it's funny how a thriving and happening friendship or relationship can suddenly turn into a white elephant. And to talk more about this, I have a guest all the way from Nigeria. She's a host of an award-winning podcast called Glow and Grow podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, put your digital hands together for Gracie Imo.
Hi Gracie, how are you?
Hi, good evening. I'm fine, thank you. I hope the audio quality is good since I'm not using my microphone right now.
Sorry?
I said I hope the audio quality is good since I'm not using my microphone right now. Oh, thank God.
Welcome to the Underestimated Voices podcast.
Yes, I'm excited to be here.
We've been waiting to host you for a while now.
Thank you.
So we are going to talk about how did we become strangers. But before that, I'll just ask for a few seconds just to introduce yourself so that my audience who is able to get to know you.
Hi everybody. My name is Gracie Imo. I am a podcaster, a podcast manager, and at the same time, I'm into communications. My podcast is about young people dealing with issues in their lives. So we just help them to clear out those issues from a personal perspective. And, well, I love having a great time with friends, with family. I love good food. I think I would say I'm fun to be with. No dull moments with me. And I'm so glad to be here. And I'm a Nigerian, so yeah.
Thank you so much. We can tell by the accent.
I guess so.
But do you get this thing a lot of people will just ask you about your accent, or it's just something that you just in you guys?
Well, it's a general thing. So no one would ask you concerning your accent. The only thing they might ask you concerning that pertains to accent is your tribe. So we have a lot of tribes in Nigeria, but specific tribes, they speak in a kind of way. So sometimes we can identify each other by the way we speak because our tribes are different, the languages are different. So Yorubas might sound so much different from an Igbo person. Igbo person might sound so much different from an Hausa or Igala. So those are just our some few tribes in the country. But yes, something like that.
Oh, okay. Let's dive into what we're talking about today. Because there was a time that I was listening to one of your episodes with a friend of mine. Okay. Then we struck up a conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. So the conversation was around friendship. You know how people just become strangers from the blues like that.
Mm-hmm.
So in your own experiences, what are some common reasons why friends or people just become strangers, distant, over time?
Well, from my end, I think I would say it depends on our strength. So you might not align with your friend as of then now. Another thing would be life. Life happens. So you might have made a friend in the university, but you graduate from university, you have to maybe move places, go back to your father's house or go back to another state or another location. So life happens too. Another would be maybe a situation caused the breakup. whereby this person wasn't just the person you thought he or she is and would be. So like, well, things started just to fade out. Another reason might just be the season for that friendship is over. Yeah.
What are the signs? Like, I think now we are going to disconnect.
Okay, like are you asking concerning when you say friendship?
Red flags that this friendship that we have is leading to disconnection.
Okay. I think first of all, communication. So like the communication just changes drastically. So imagine you guys speak a lot and all of a sudden you don't speak at all. Another one might not just be communication. I think another sign would be the kind of communication that happens. So like maybe on a normal basis, you guys will speak and talk about internal stuff. You talk about life happening. You talk about how life has been. Then maybe you go deeper into sharing deep things. Well, all of a sudden, maybe that friend of yours is just not sharing anything anymore. That's a sign that this friendship is changing. She or he don't feel like they don't feel comfortable speaking with you concerning those things on that deeper level. Another sign might be the fact of that friend might be avoiding you, or you might be avoiding the friend. No, sometimes it's not just about the other person, it's about you too. So maybe how to check and know if your friendship is changing. One person's avoiding the other, or something just happening whereby that bond is no longer there at all. So the bond will not be there anymore. The communication would reduce or change to be more of on a acquaintance level, not more friendship, no more deeper things, deeper stories and secrets, right? And stuff like that. So yeah, those are some signs to look out for.
Okay. Have you ever had any personal experiences with such things?
Well, I think so. So I think in my university days, there was just this person who just to talk, and talk and talk and talk and talk. And all of a sudden, like, it just reduced. So I guess maybe the fact was just I grew up, whereby I used to call this person literally every time. We would discuss, we would share things, we would cry, and laugh. Well, all of a sudden, when I call, either the call is being missed or I'm not returned back, or like when you call, it's just normal, straight up professional kind of talk. How are you? I'm fine. How was the day? It was good. I hope you are good. Yes, I'm good. Thank you for calling me. I really appreciate it. Bye. So static and dry. And I noticed this person doesn't want me in her space. This person doesn't want me in his space. And I took notice and worked with it. I just, distanced myself from them. Yeah.
The term person is a bit too general. Hope it is not from my gender.
Well, your gender, I think it's more from the other gender, my gender. I think from your gender, it will be me doing something like that, honestly. Let me not lie. Like me being distant from a person that was once a friend. I know I've done that before, honestly. But from the other part that happened to me, it was a girl, my friend. Yeah, a friend.
Have you ever considered it to be something to do with finances, or it's just a thing that just happens? Because from my own personal stories, I've noticed some of them has a lot to do with finances, especially when you are friends, then your friend becomes a little bit financially better.
Well, I don't think it's more of finances, right? And I think maybe because of the stage where we were, with the friendship as of then. So I think mostly it was just the matter of I grew up, and our preferences, our bond just changed. So like, I don't think it's finances, because friendship is not based on your finance. Friendship is based on you as a person. I remember I was friends with him. That was right from my Before high school. So you can see how long that was. That was like really before high school. I was friends with this person, with this guy. Yes, it was a guy as of then. Very good guy. We used to talk. I think what happened between us was we just grew up. So the discussion that used to happen then was no longer the same discussion that would happen now. And at some point, I also tried to, maintain that friendship. It's not like I just avoided and just say, okay, this friendship is dying. Let's leave it like that. No, like I fought for it at some point, tried to bring conversations, tried to talk. But at some point, we even just lost contact. So after the talking reduced, there was a time when I think he lost his phone. I lost my phone, change of phones and all. So like, I don't think it's finances. I think it's just the personality. I think it's just situation that happens whereby something just changed. Something makes the change that causes that reduction in the friendship energy. Yeah.
Okay. How do you think becoming distant from friends affects our mental and emotional well-being? How does it even affect an individual?
Okay. Well, that's when they say everyone is not an island, or no one is an island. We are brought into this world not to stand on our own, but to have people next to us. So imagine you have someone very close to you, but all of a sudden you guys are no longer close. You would feel alone. So honestly, that can have a great effect on our mental health, because you most likely would feel alone. You most likely might feel no one wants you. You might feel like, oh, will I ever have a friend in this life? Because imagine your one special friend is no longer friends with you. And yeah, it can have impact on our mental health. It can make someone depressed. It can make one depressed. It can also make you just overthink. But I think that's where the place of trying to know where you stand comes in place. But yeah, it can have great effects on our mental health. That's one thing I know. Yes.
As we conclude, what advice would you give to someone struggling with a loss of relationship, and how can they effectively move on?
Okay. So from my end, I think first of all, you just need to know, he or she needs to know that they're not a problem. There's no problem. It's just life. First of all, another advice I would give to anyone who is facing through friendship breakup or friendship shift, if I want to call it that, is that you should know that whatever has happened with that person has been beautiful so far. It's been wonderful. You guys had great times and all. But if this is what is happening, you just need to accept it. Remember that there are a lot of people in this world, but like apart from the world, in your country, in your state, in your home, there are a lot of people. So there's no way you would say that you will not find another friend as good as the person that you're having a friendship breakup with, or better than that person. So just rest your mind, be rest assured. There's someone out there for you. There are more people out there for you. That's why I advise people to go out, because you can't just say you are having the same set of friends for 10 years. It's possible, right? But you need to add more. You need to add more because it's necessary. Every phase of life needs new people with different ideas, with different experiences to teach you to. So there's no way you say you just want to have this specific kind of people all your life. They will be there, but you still need more. So whatever is happening to you, just know you need to make new friends because there are better people out there. You need to make new friends. You need to know that you're not the issue, you're not the problem. There's no issue, first of all. There's no problem. You also need to know that life happens. The friend you might have today will not be the friend you will have tomorrow. And it happens because everyone is growing, everyone is changing. So like as they change, preferences change, that thing that brings you together change. So like, for example, if Wetin and I are very close friends, in fact, if we are best friends, and maybe what really binds us together is the fact that we can travel on trips together and take pictures together, photography, videography stuff. However, what if later on in life I get to find out that, well, that is just a hobby of mine, and I'm trying now, right now, I'm trying to change, or like I'm liking something else. Maybe I'm now changing into makeup and hair craft and stuff like that. It might change our friendship because Wetin might still like to travel a lot and take pictures and videos. However, I just want to stay in one location and make people's hair and do their makeup for them. It might change our friendship because that thing that binds us together is no longer there. So that's why I say life happens because of people are changing, people are growing. So whatever happens, accept it, move on, make a new friend. I am available. I'm sure Wetin's available to be your friend. Don't feel alone. We need people in life. You can't do life alone. Friends is where I have gone through a lot of things, and what helped me remain strong was the friends I have. Like the friends I had kept me. They kept me accountable. They kept me strong. Their words were so encouraging and all. So you can't say you want to do life without anybody. You can't even say you want to do life with only one friend. You need different kind of friends. We have the friends that help us in our career. We have friends that will help us in relationships. We have friends that will help us in school. We have friends that will help us in our character. We have friends that will help us spiritually. We also have friends that will help us family-wise. So that's why I say there's no way you'd say you have just 10 friends for 10 years. You can have 10 friends for 10 years, but you can't just have only them. You need to have more. So take this as a sign to make new friends. Go out. It's when you go out, you will find new people. So go out, have a great time. Say hi to somebody, compliment on their outfit or something, and start the discussion from there. Thank you so much.
I know we have a lot to talk about when it comes to like friendship.
Oh, yes.
Well, Gracie, thank you so much. It was a pleasure hosting you on the Underestimated Voices podcast, and I hope to have more conversations like such with you.
For sure. I'm interested.
To our listeners, thank you for joining in, and I hope you learned one or two things from what Gracie has explained, that as we grow, we all take different paths. We all have different likes and tastes. So it's not about hatred or anything. Life happens and we need to move on. May you find strength. And as she said, if you need friends, I am here, the Zambian side. She's there. If you're in Nigeria, she's there. And if you're around the world, please get in touch. We can still be friends and encourage each other. So in every area of your life, learn to identify and learn to create new friendship as you grow. Don't just stick to the same people over and over. Learn to get to know new people. It's good to keep bonds, but you need to learn to find other friends, not you getting rid of them or maybe you ghosting on them. Keep them around, those old ones, but keep on building new friendships. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Don't forget to follow us on our socials, and don't forget to follow Gracie on her socials. It's Glow and Grow Podcast. Send a friend request and you have a friend, and at least as a podcast we have helped you to identify one friend. So as I always say, be you, do you, and mind your own business. It doesn't hurt. Nika phase muntu wanga. Even this shall pass. See you in the next episode. This has been your host, Wetsen, on the Underestimated Voices podcast. Be blessed.
Thank you for tuning in to the Underestimated Voices podcast, where a single voice can ignite a resolution. Keep listening, sharing, and amplifying these underestimated voices. Together, let's create a symphony of stories that resonates across the globe. Stay inspired, stay curious, and join us next time for more incredible narratives. Until then, keep listening and let your voice be heard.